First things first, it's not my footage.
Well, you ain't gonna stop it.
Let's talk about this.
Now get ready. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ryan Ride Mechanic channel. How the heck are you doing today? Alright, this is going to be a super quick video. I know, under 17 minutes probably. I can't guarantee it. We just came off the breakdown of a wacky worm where it derailed, where it got speared. If you haven't seen that video, go check that out. I know this is like my 4th video this week to release. The industry just keeps throwing them out there, though. This video came to me on Thursday evening, I believe it was. It's not my video, it's Jessica Raymond's. From Facebook, I believe it was. But everyone's been sending me this video, so I just wanted to show you out there. So here's the video. Okay, so the first thing is it doesn't look like anyone was hurt or anything out of this, and not even really jarred and upset. So that's what made it lighter for me. It's just like, okay, look at the kids' faces in this video, though. Watch the kids' faces as the front axle comes off of the train and finishes its way around the track. Just watch that axle. Oop, there it goes. Yep, that axle's still having fun. We're not having fun. It's having fun. Another thing to listen to is the dad in this case, or one of the dads in this case. It was interesting. Alright, listen to dad here.
Well, you ain't gonna stop it.
Okay, so he's like, so once the axle rolled off, he says, you ain't even gonna stop it? Well, there's other colorful language in there, but he says, you ain't even gonna stop it? Or what? It's like, okay, the way dragon wagons work is they have booster wheels like these guys sitting here in the track. This is a booster wheel, it's a drive wheel. Pushes it up and over the first hill, and then this is the part that the kids are in right now is a free run part of the track. And no, there's nothing to stop the vehicle over there, so they just had to wait for the vehicle to valley. I was like, there's no injury or anything on this. I find this video flippin' funny. I still can't get over the kids' look on their faces here when they... Yep, just watch that axle go around. There it goes.
Well, you ain't gonna fucking stop it.
All right. One of the things... Okay, I know a lot. Well, how did the axle come off? All right, the Dragon Wagon is a portable roller coaster. It's a kid's roller coaster. It's portable. It goes everywhere. Their portable rides are typically built to put together and take down really quick. So they do all sorts of stuff to save time. Trailered roller coasters like this all the time save money and time, convenience, ease of assembly and everything, by literally using a trailer hitch. We understand the term trailer hitch where each coach latches to the front one. Well, they trailer hitch the coaches together so it can come apart really easy. And when I say trailer hitch, I literally mean a trailer hitch like you would find on the front of a boat trailer to the back of a truck. Trailer hitch. Ball hitch. Like trailer hitch. Anyone ever put a trailer together and then started driving and it came apart? You forgot to put the little flap down at the end to actually lock the ball in place, and then the trailer went and came off. Anyone ever do that? So I got this video and I slowed it down and I'm like, I have a pretty good idea. Most front axles, it's a vertical pin that sticks up on these smaller kids' rides, and it simply goes through a hole in the frame, and there is a plate on top with 2 bolts. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe that plate broke or they left the bolts loose, or maybe it's even an R-clip in this. So I slowed the video down to watch the axle when it comes back by. So now we're going to watch this in slow motion. here's the train coming up, and it's loud, and the kids are like, wait. No, okay. Okay, so future me jumping in here, I felt it was necessary to address that the coach did not come unlatched when it started here, what I'm about to get into. The coach actually started unlatched. At the beginning of this video, the ball is already out of its socket. The dragon is essentially sitting on top of the axle in the wrong position already. So it starts there. It probably came detached from going up the lift hill from those booster wheels. So literally just, 15 feet before this, the ball was in its socket. It went over the first set of booster wheels. The booster wheels pushed the train up and got the ball out of the socket. And then the train was riding on top of it down the drop until this video started. If you look at this picture, you can actually see the ball is out of its socket right now. I'll let myself get back into it. It's a fully loaded train. It's actually going fast down the drop, and it's coming up and over the one little bunny hill that it has. And the coach actually experiences a very minute, a very, very tiny, very slight, minute bit of airtime. Airtime, right? We all love airtime. So, front axle, not attached, airtime, watch it, here it comes. The front of the coach actually lifts up because of the airtime right there. And now it is off the front axle. I don't know if you can see that. It's off the front axle right there. So we're going to go forward further. And just that axle, because the coach was up and the axle is just like on its own momentum. Why did the two really separate like that? Because as the coach goes up, you got to remember, as the roller coaster goes up the hill, it's losing momentum because of all the weight behind it. Well, if you suddenly disconnect it from one of its free rolling parts, that free rolling part has way more momentum than the rest of the train does. So, it departed the train. It departed the dragon. And there it goes. The front axle just off on its own. There it goes. Bye, kids. We'll see you later. And now the kids get a little bit of a bump in there. The girl in front, obviously, it's the worst for her. But it's still just kind of like a bump forward. Nothing even crazy. She's probably just sitting there going, what? That was weird. And all the kids recognize this. Let's go around a little bit more to where the axle comes back in frame, because it's a great shot. This is a great shot. And here it comes. All right. Anyone want to see an axle out of a Wisdom Dragon wagon? I'm assuming this one's by Wisdom. Wisdom makes most of them. Okay, but there's the axle out of the train. And it's like, what do we see on top of it? Well, it's a great picture of it right there. There is the ball hitch right there. Literally, like I was saying, it's a hitch like you would have on the back of a truck when you put a boat or something or a trailer on the back of a truck. It's just a ball with this little hitch that goes over, and the little tongue goes down and locks it into place. If they forgot to fold the thing down or didn't put the safety pin in there, that little flipper could have come undone and simply just released itself from there. So, pop of airtime, the two separated, the momentum slowed in the train, which allowed the axle to go forward. And you notice all these kids are just watching the axle go by. The look on their face is priceless. Oh my gosh. Like, this is your ride photo afterwards. Jeez. I can't, it's like, I can't with this one. I can't get serious about it and be like, oh my gosh, no, everyone's in danger. They weren't. It was, yeah, something could have happened, sure. But the fact that it didn't just makes it that much funnier. I'm sorry, and everyone that sent this video to me, I think on every social media platform, I have got about 15 to 20 individual people sending this video to me. Everyone that knows I've responded to, it's like, I got a good chuckle out of this one because that was funny. And it is like, no one was really hurt on there. I mean, it's a rough ride essentially at that point. That was it. Yeah, but basically it looks like someone didn't quite, they left one of the safety keeps out or something like that, and the thing just separated. Now this front axle assembly is not the same assembly that it is on the rest of the train. They're different. They're constructed axles. They're welded. I actually pulled up service bulletins on them to see if there was any service bulletin regarding the front hitch assembly or the pilot hitch assembly. Couldn't find any service bulletins or anything like that on them. So this was simply just traveling rides. Somebody probably missed a step on the final assembly on the Dragon Wagon, and you had this. They went over, probably, I don't know the rest of this story, but they probably went over, got the kids off of there. Maintenance came by, pushed that axle back around the track to the Dragon. Someone lifted the front of the Dragon up, they pushed it in there, probably put a little lever back down, installed the R-clip that was probably not there. I'm just guessing, speculation. And then probably just pushed this by hand back into the station, cycled it a handful of times, and probably opened the thing back up. Honestly, if they really wanted to save face, which I know I would do in this situation, you would let it sit down for the rest of the night and then just open it back up the next day. Because people the day of don't want to see that back in operation, even though it was a simple fix. But people get really weary about that sort of stuff. So sometimes you just leave it down just because. But for a traveling ride where that thing's losing tickets the entire time it's down, they probably reconnected it, pushed it back around, ran it a couple times, and they were open, boss. It's up and running. We're making money. All right. Really weird one. Short video. Just wanted to put it out there. Like, Dragon Wagon loses an axle. Awesome. All right. I'm Ryan the Ride Mechanic. Like, subscribe, share, do all that stuff. Let me know your thoughts. Did you find this funny, or did you think kids were in death-defying danger in this one? I mean, there's an element of danger for anything. I think more dangerous than this is probably all these vehicles in the background right here. Yeah, the drive to the amusement park's typically the most dangerous one. All right. Dragon Wagons don't have them, but stay off the air gates.